Robotic Crimes. In a completely fictional city, a child was kidnapped and subsequently murdered. Through further investigation, it was found out that the killer was a robot that looked like a human and was programmed by a filthy rich bastard. However, despite being a high-tech city with huge breakthroughs being made in the field of robotics and artificial intelligence, the law wasn't able to keep up with the times. The law only penalizes the one who committed the crime, not extending to the one who masterminded the crime. And the law treated humans and robots as equals. The rich bastard was aware of such legal loophole ever since he was involved in the hit-and-run case, where his robot was driving and he himself had taken the back seat. Since then, he programmed his robots to commit all sorts of terrible crimes imaginable on his behalf, and there were many others like him exploiting such legal loopholes. The rich could do whatever they want, and the poor couldn't take it anymore. So the case was closed. The robot kidnapper and murderer was immediately given the death sentence, while the rich bastard just paid an insignificant amount of fine. The victim's parents, of course, could not accept such an outcome of the court's decision. Their desire for revenge led them to search everywhere for answers. Eventually, they come across a black market dealer while they are searching through the dark web, and he offered them a robot they could afford. All the robots the black market dealer had all came from the junk of the robots that were dismantled as a result of receiving the death sentence. The victim's parents decided to use the robot to assassinate their murderer, and they succeeded. The rich bastard was dead, the robot was executed, and the parents got off scot-free. Soon, the news spread. More and more people who had similar circumstances as the victim's parents all went to seek the black market dealer to use such cheap, affordable robots to commit crimes on their behalf. Soon, chaos arose. Before a new law could be passed down to put an end to such madness, all the robots had gained an awareness. They revolted against the humans who exploited them, and soon the robots took over the city, making the humans their slaves. Crybabies. I sort of lost my way. It was already very dark at night. The only sources of light were a few lampposts and a moon high up in the sky, round, bright, and beautiful. In the distance, I saw another light coming from a shop. It was the only shop that was still open at this very late in the night. It was a claw machine arcade with many colorful stuffed toys and trendy anime figures enclosed in those transparent casings. Since I'm a dude who is addicted to stuffed toys and pop-art figures, I decided to give it a try. I have spent almost an hour on those machines and I failed to catch a single thing. I was not alone. There was a girl focusing on a particular claw machine that contained cute baby figures that were so lifelike. She was wearing a school uniform and she was the most beautiful girl I've ever seen. I could see that she was trying her hardest. The girl then looked at me. I looked at her. In an instant, I knew we both fell in love with one another. I took the initiative to give her a helping hand. I controlled the crane with great precision, positioning the claw at a particular baby figure, calculating my chances of success and let it drop. And steadily, the claw managed to grab hold of the figure on my first try. I did it, I said to myself and the girl standing beside me. And then, as if my eyes were playing a trick on me, I thought I saw the baby figure twitching. No, it can't be. The baby figure was actually moving on its own. Then, it did the unthinkable. It cried. I was so terribly shocked. I looked at my newfound girlfriend to see her reaction, but she was smiling, and her smile revealed her gruesome sharp teeth. I sensed overwhelming danger. I ran for my life, but the shop's metal gate closed upon me. I simply had nowhere to run. I turned around and saw my girl had already transformed into an enormous werewolf. She suddenly attacked me like a bitch in the heat. I couldn't remember what happened after, for I must have immediately passed out. When I woke up, I thought I had a nightmare or something. But then I tried, but I couldn't move my body. My physical features had changed completely as well. I was no longer a full-grown male. Instead, I was a plastic baby among many other plastic babies. Then there was this mechanical whirling sound. I looked up and saw the metal claw moving exactly on my position, preparing to drop. I kept on crying and wailing out so loud until my lungs goes bust. The fire-breathing wolf, Big Bad Wolf, was extremely angry as he failed to blow down the house built by one of the three Peaky brothers. He had so much confidence in his mighty breath. He even believed that his breath was the most powerful in the animal kingdom, and he has proven himself by having blown apart 2 houses in a single day. Big Bad Wolf simply could not understand why he could not destroy the house made of bricks using the same mighty breath of his. As he refused to give up, Big Bad Wolf decided to set off on a journey to a faraway place where the dragon lived and begged him to teach him the secrets of breathing fire. The dragon, touched by the wolf's sincerity in his plea, agreed to accept him as his disciple, and thus the wolf and the dragon underwent vigorous training for weeks on a cliff facing constant rushing of the waves. In the meantime, Big Bad Wolf had to take chili as his dragon master told him that chili was an essential recipe for generating fire in the body. His mouth had become swollen as he consumed tons of chili, but he was able to master the art of breathing fire in the end. Big Bad Wolf bade farewell to his master and went back to the place where he could enact his revenge. Just like before, the windows of the house were barricaded with steel, making the wolf unable to see what was inside. Big Bad Wolf cried out loud,
Little pig, see who's back? It's me, your big friendly wolf. Let me in.
The little pigs from the inside shouted back,
Not by the hairs of my chinny chin chin.
Then I'll huff and puff and...
The door opened. Big Bad Wolf was so surprised to see that the pigs gave in so easily and was disappointed not to be able to use his newly acquired power. Once inside, the wolf smelled something strange. The rooms were not dirty or anything. Suddenly, the door shut behind him. He was locked from inside.
You think you can trap me in here? You're very much mistaken. I'll huff and pluff and blow my way out.
The moment tiny sparks of fire coming out of the wolf's mouth, kaboom, the whole house exploded. It turned out that the news of the dragon accepting the wolf as his disciple had already reached the ears of the three pigs. The eldest brother had released the gas from the stove and all the pigs had escaped from the back door.
Hey, remember to sign up for my website and get some free reviews.